Welcome to Space Spicy Room Talk with one of the interesting founder here. Okay, Dane, do you want to explain who you are and what you do to the Face audience?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, thank you for having me on. I've been in corporate life for a long, long time, and then saw the light and become an entrepreneur for all of the trials and tribulations that go through that. I've owned a healthcare business in Thailand now for about 3 or so years. Now we've been going, we continue to grow our business. It started at Health at Home. Now we have a whole array of different opportunities or services that we provide. So, whether it be telehealth, whether it be in clinic, whether it be anywhere in Thailand, whether it be pharmaceutical or medicine delivery.
Yeah.
So we've just continued to build on that over the years. Yeah.
Gotcha. So I always have a questions, right? Face is a pitching event. So every time when people ask me, what happened to the founder who pitched at your event? So you're one of the
We did, yeah. 2 years ago, I think it was, something like that, which was, it was an amazing event. And I say that wholeheartedly. I think it was fantastic. The crowd was very enthusiastic. We had the opportunity to get up and really talk about our business. I think that was back when there wasn't any prompts or anything like that. It was very freestyle. So a lot of nerves from our business. But listen, we love that. It was a great opportunity. We actually got a lot of contacts through that one event. So yeah, I found that to be not something that I've done before, but something that really helped us kind of go along that journey at the start. That's for sure.
Yeah, because you're supposed to be the one. So on that pitch event, there is not supposed to be a presentation. So you're the one trying to come in with a motorbike.
That's right. Yeah, and we couldn't get the motorbike yet. Yeah, so we've come in and thought, what's happening here? And so it was really good. I think it was at that stage. There was no other prompts. You had to go in, and it was almost like the Lion's Den type of thing, where you go in and pitch and so on, and you get the real reaction from the crowd and everyone there. And we brought our whole team along, and they loved it. And the after party was fantastic as well. So everyone had a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah. So why do you want to bring the motorbike? Is there anything that linked to the business at that?
At that stage, we had our primary business was nurses on motorbikes going to home, and all digitally connected. So we were trying to solve the problem of telehealth and how much telehealth could actually do. You'd see a doctor online. If you needed a blood test or anything like that, you'd have to go to the hospital. So we were one of the first to be in that space, especially in vaccines and so on. So the motorbike was very much a symbol of what we were doing at that stage. But it didn't throw us off too much, I think.
No, it was really good. So did you have the same, concept right now, or did you guys change for that stage?
We've continued to change. I think, so it was primarily nursing at home. Now we've got a full array of services. So, I think we've got over 20 odd doctors online. We've got a physical clinic that we have. We've got a whole heap of different technology that we've brought in to allow more investigation to take place in a home environment. We've got businesses with paramedics on oil rigs out in the Gulf of Thailand. We've got a 24-hour control room with doctors and paramedics in it. So we have expanded our scope, if you will, quite a lot over the last years. But our core remains the same. So we still have the same systems that allow our communication to our customers that have given us our 5-star rating that we're really proud of, and we continue to build on the back of that success.
Gotcha. So you still have the nurses on the bike, or the nurses on the bike is gone?
No, we do. We still have the nurses on the bike. Yes, we do. In Bangkok, we still have the nurses on the bike. So they still remain, and it was one of those interesting moments in business where we're coming up with this concept, and everyone told us we were crazy, to have nurses will never ride a motorbike and so on and so on. Which, at the time when we launched, it was in COVID, so it was very, very difficult to even source nurses at that point. We're working everywhere or doing different tests in all the different hotels and whatnot. So. Yeah, but it seems to still be part of what we do. It's again about efficiency. So, not all of our nurses ride motorbikes, but when we're dealing with just, jobs that don't take that long, it's a very efficient way to get around Bangkok. So,
Gotcha. Do you have a doctor on a bike too?
Do I have what, sorry?
Doctor on a
Oh,
bike.
doctor, no. We don't have doctor on a bike. That might be a stretch too far. But I'll ask, but I'm not sure I'll get too far on that one.
I'll be interested. So I just want to know what's your journey looks like, right? Because you come from the concept into like expanding into this. So what is your journey looks like? What makes you expand a bit more than what you were trying to do?
Yeah, it was every business goes through stages, and we definitely did. And I remember the day when COVID finished being, we were doing a lot of tests and so on, and that was a moment where we really had to double down or pivot or stop, right?
Yeah.
And we looked at it, and we looked at the infrastructure that we'd created. We looked at the success that was in that space, and we said, well, this core part here, we can really make some difference in other areas of the business. So we didn't start out to build a COVID business. It was just that our volumes went up so much in that time through PCR tests and ATK and all the rest of it that, really helped prove our infrastructure. So, we've continued to pivot all around customer needs. Yeah. So, we were lucky enough to have a really good database of customers that enjoyed our service. We were lucky enough to get that feedback from them and then continued to move. And we just go up and down that chain, if you will, and continue to find places where we think we can identify value and bring that to the customer. So that's why it's kind of led us now to have our own doctors. That's why it's led us to have our own laboratory capabilities and so on. And we'll just continue to move up and down that chain and find areas where we think that, it can add value to our end customer.
Gotcha. I saw you have a clinic on your LinkedIn, right? So people just can walk into your clinic as well? Yeah.
So we have a clinic, and it's not a normal clinic, and this probably goes with everything we try and do.
Yeah.
So if you walk into a normal clinic, you can see a GP doctor maybe in person.
Yeah.
And that's really it. So, but our clinic, you can see a GP in person, and you can see a number of specialists. So whether it be from psychologists based in America, whether it be cancer experts, diabetes experts, pediatricians, you name it. So we've been able to have this clinic that is built on a good foundation of in-person consultation, but then also go on that extra mile where we're almost halfway between a clinic and a hospital in the services that we can provide. And and what we've tried to do is really break specialists. You'll go into that room. There's a whole heap of technology there. We've got the rights to a device called MedWand that takes all your vital signs and so on.
Yeah.
Passes that on to the doctor, and then the doctor can have a better consultation with you, all backed up by our nursing team that are on site. So, we've like most things that we try and do, we don't want to just go out and do exactly the same thing. We want to find things that work and really hone in on that, and then we want to find things that we think will add more and more value and bring them to the table and ultimately have the public tell us if it's a good idea or not, and build off the back of that feedback. So yeah.
So do you have doctor on site?
We have doctor on site, but we also have a lot of specialists that have got a large waiting list in different facilities. Well, you can book and come in and see them online and be supported by our nurses and so on. So it's definitely a hybrid clinic, if you will. But we have both. Yeah.
So if I want to see the clinic or the doctor, I have to book from your application, and then I can just walk into the clinic.
So you'll have the same experience if you book for a home service as if you come into the clinic. You can walk into the clinic and see a doctor either online or in person. But what we've tried to do is bridge that gap between online and offline. So it's the same systems, the same approach. You get all of your results emailed to you. You get your medical certificates, all of these things. You walk into our clinic and it's a paperless environment. So you'll walk in, you'll have your booking, it'll go through the whole process, and then you'll have to pay on your own phone. We don't even have the credit cards there. So it's something that we feel is the future of healthcare. The feedback's definitely telling us that, but we've got a long way to kind of continue to improve and listen to the public feedback.
Gotcha. It's like more like efficiency.
It is, yeah. It's all about efficiency. It's efficiency in a personalized way, and I think that's really important because a lot of companies or a lot of businesses or a lot of startups look at efficiencies, but at the end of the day, it's people that we deal with. People want to have those connections with their healthcare providers. On our platforms, you can listen to the doctor, you can read their podcast, or you can read their articles and so on. You can listen to videos of them, so you can make up your mind if this doctor, if there's a personal connection in that space before you come in and talk about your health. And I think that's really important because otherwise it's not as personal. If you walk into a hospital, you might see Dr. A, B, or C. With ours, we're giving that power of choice back to the consumer.
Gotcha. Okay, this is pretty much another thing is, so there's a lot of challenges in that industry too, right? Nobody is going into that industry. It's not like tech or anything. It's like specific industry. When do you feel like you want to like give up? Is that too much for you? And how do you overcome that situation, right? It's a pivot moment.
Yeah, I think the pivot moment was definitely coming out of COVID for us, like most businesses, I think. But we had to sit down and really understand and really look at what was working and what we could almost take from this core business and apply to other areas. And yeah, I remember there sitting with our other founders and talking about, well, is it time or is it not? And sometimes it's the right call to say, hey, no, this isn't going, and other times it's, hey, here's the brave moment, let's pivot. So I don't think there's a time when a business stops pivoting, to be fair, or even not pivoting, but, changing and developing around the customers. And, I don't think ours will be as harsh anymore. But if you had asked me 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I probably would have gave you a much more emotional answer.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, on the high note, right, you've been networking a lot in Bangkok as well. I see you in the networking spaces and different kind of things. So if someone see you in a networking space, is there any other thing they can collaborate together or any partnership you're looking for in a networking?
So we're always looking for collaboration, and we've got a really good set of partners, but you can never have too many in that space. So people that want to come and talk about how we can add value to each business, it's definitely something that we're looking for. And more people just to try our services. We're very lucky that, we have a great rating. Everyone that tries our services comes back again and again. And so, the things that I'm looking for is, definitely people to come and try and tell us, give us your feedback. And the one thing you can be assured is we'll definitely listen and make it as personal as we possibly can. Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's the last one is the shameless plugin, I say. So plugin, whatever it is, how do they go to your website? How can they do this? Can you just share with the audience?
Yeah, sure. So you can find us on our webpage, www.HealthDeliver.asia, or on Facebook or on Instagram as well. So we have a set of experts that talk to people live. We don't have bots or any of these things, so you can get on there, talk anytime between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m., and you'll have a real conversation with a real person around real issues. So that's what we're about. But please come and check it out, and be very keen to gain your feedback.
Oh, one more last question. So did you come with the ideas? Because some of my friends, if they have problems, like they cannot talk to people, and it's very embarrassing for them to go to the clinic, right? So for having this app will just help people just to break that barrier a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. So, you can talk to our experts just via Messenger and should I talk to a doctor, or we've got nurses on there as well. So, right from the first conversation, we're kind of committed at that point to making sure that we're directing in the right angle and making it as easy as we possibly can. So absolutely, there's certain things that that people want a quick answer on, and they're able to get it through our platform.
Gotcha. Okay, that's all for the naughty people out there. And Dean can help them as well. So thank you so much for being with Faith. And I really want to stay in contact and on LinkedIn. We will just provide you guys with Dean contact, and whatever you have questions about founder journey or whatever you need help with the naughty problems, Dean is here to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pat. Fantastic.